Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot. I am going to be doing a general year ahead reading, but it's actually going to be 8 months ahead because I had not posted one for Aries, and if I had posted it at the appropriate time it would have been, for 12 months. But unfortunately I didn't. I know I did a video and I can't find the video, so I don't know, in the mix of all this my skill sets, limited skill sets regarding, all things tech, I might have erased it, or I don't know, it's somewhere in the system, somewhere hiding, and I can't find it. Anywho, I decided to go ahead and do another one, but it's going to be for 8 months, simply because we're going to start from August of 2021 and we'll go up to March of 2022. I sincerely apologize, Aries, but I'm going to do at least the next 8 months in advance, 8 months ahead. Oh, I can't even speak. I'm feeling breathless. I don't know why. Anyhow, another thing is, please keep in mind that these are general energy readings, okay? They won't be very, very specific, simply because, you as an Aries could have a completely different chart than maybe a cousin in the family who could have been born in the same day, but a different hour, different time, different city. All those things make a pretty big impact on your chart. So if we do that, like, go and ask, let's say I ask you for your date of birth, your place of birth, time of birth, etc., and then use that and then do a reading and do a spread, then it'll be very, very specific, and it will be only for you, because we're working only on your chart, right? You get what I'm saying? Y'all know. So Aries, this is going to be for you guys for the next 8 months. I will be posting one for Leo and one for Cancer again shortly after this, so watch out for that. Let's get started. General energy reading for the next 8 months for my beautiful Aries, starting August 2021 up until March 2022. September, October, November, December, February, March. Okay, and next year, of course, April, I will be sure to do another year ahead on time, so that we won't have this drama going on. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, all right, I'm going to set it down there, simply because I have so much going on here. I should probably put away some of these cards, but I got a whole bunch of readings lined up. I'm going to be slammed tomorrow. I have 4 personal readings that I'm scheduled to do tomorrow, which is going to really wipe me out, but it's all good. And then I also plan on getting out some other videos as soon as possible before I head on out on my trip. All right, so that's that. So here we go. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay. Oh. And then of course we'll draw cards. I'm going to flip them over, and believe it or not, it's so weird that they all kind of tie in together all the time. All right, so overall energy for the August. Okay, this is the 8 months ahead. So again, go and watch your monthly readings as well, because this may resonate with you and that may not, or vice versa. So go and watch that too. So for the month of August, the overall energy is empathy. Then we got number 3. The number 3 is the Emperor, right? So Give me 1 second, because that is not my... Oh, see, that's the thing. I was like, wait a second, that's not sounding right. So the number 3 is, because this is not the traditional tarot that I'm using. So the number 3 is the Empress. Because I looked at it and I go, wait, that doesn't look like the Emperor. It is the Empress. And then of course we have Saturn. Okay, and we'll see how that ties up. So let's pull some cards for here. I don't know why I'm feeling like very distracted. I don't know whose energy I'm picking up on. So let's make sure we get it. I have to show you the cards. See that? Empathy, the Empress, ruled by Venus, okay? And then we have Saturn, okay? So let's take the Empress for example. It's clearly ruled by Venus, right? And the Empress is all about luxury and beauty and abundance and pregnancies and giving birth to something new. Not just a pregnancy, but it could be giving birth to a new idea, a project, you know, a new business, a new enterprise, a new endeavor. And of course it's also talking about the emotional aspect of it, because the Empress is ruled by Venus, and being that Venus is a feminine energy, there is a little bit of emotionality involved in this month to the overall energy. And then you end up having Saturn over there, and Saturn is saying, listen, Saturn, as we all know, is a taskmaster, right? He's like, listen up, you know, do the necessary research, do your homework, make sure that you learn your lessons. If you made any mistakes, this is your time to go and, you know, go and, what's the word I'm looking for, redo that, and then, you know, go over it, retake your exam, make sure that, you know, you get everything done right and appropriately and fast. I'm going to try these glasses. So it's a little bit of a, that's better, it's a little bit of a push and pull, I feel, for you. And there's also empathy over there. And what is empathy saying? What is empathy saying? So that is 29 plus 3, 30, 31, 32, which is 5. So there's a little bit of strife for you, because 5 usually signifies strife. It signifies a little bit of frustration, a little bit of angst, maybe, you know, some, I don't know, just being annoyed type of energy, right? So we'll ask the questions that we need to ask for August. Please show me what we got for my beautiful Aries for August. We got Queen of Wands. Ooh, is there something going on with Sagittarius? And then we got the King of Wands, definitely Wands energy, which is a fire energy. And of course, Aries is also fire, right? You have the King and the Queen pop up. So they're both, oopsie, they're both, my camera of course froze. They're both looking at each other. So there is a possibility that whatever is going on in August is going to be regarding your significant other. And there is a possibility, of course, the significant other is also a fire sign, okay? Either Aries, Leo, or Sag, but I have a feeling it's a Sagittarius. And then the King of Wands shows up over here. So it's like, you know, yeah, in this case I would say it's you. I'm sorry, my camera froze. She's going to come back up, I promise. So there is a little bit of, is there some kind of a temporary separation, and that's causing some strife for you guys for the month of August? So let's see. And then you do have the Queen of Wands. So I have a feeling this is also related to, yeah, the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So this is also related to money. So there is definitely a little bit of a separation in terms, not in a bad way. Could be somebody's traveling, or could be or temporarily posted overseas, or could be a temporary separation. Maybe your job is like moved you to another city and state to set up something for the company or whatever. This is a temporary separation or a distancing between the two of y'all. And I think it's between two fire signs here. And it could be also related to money. That's why I said it could be a job. Maybe one is moving away for a brief period of time to either consolidate funds or to collect funds, or even for a job, you got a temporary posting for 3 months, so that sort of a thing. And of course it's going to bring money for you, because we definitely see the Queen of Coins. Now another thing I'm seeing is a Ten of Wands here, so there could be a feeling like you are carrying a lot of burden because your significant other isn't with you. There is a possibility that you will have that feeling a little like heavy, a little sad, and that sort of stuff. What else we got? And then we have the Four of Coins. And so with the Four of Coins, it's saying that there is a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of apprehension, insecurity. So you're holding on tightly. Could be you're holding on tightly to money itself, or could be. Gosh, you guys, I'm telling you, I can't even speak right now. Could be you're holding on to resources. Could be you're holding on to your emotions. A little bit of insecurity regarding that. You are feeling hurt and sad inside, and you don't know how to explain it. Also, like I said, it could be as simple as holding on to money and resources. So that I feel is your kind of energy for the month of August. Let me get a clarifier on that just to see what's going on. I'm so sorry, you guys. My camera, whenever I move my hand fast, the camera just freezes on me. I can't help it. This is what I'm working with. So, all right. So we do have another two cards that fell out. One was the Five of Wands, right? And the Five of Wands talks about a little bit of challenge, a little bit of an obstacle. It's mainly slightly a challenging situation for you because you are a bit away from your loved one, okay? And then we have the Six of Wands, and Six of Wands is all about victory and that sort of stuff. So don't worry about it. Even though the separation is there, it's going to cause a little bit of discontent, little bit of heartache, little bit of strife, little bit of separation anxiety, little bit of anxiety wanting to hold on, emotionally, physically, holding on to the other person, not willing to let go, or not happy about this temporary separation, or even holding on to your finances. Don't worry about it, because at the end of it all, it's going to be successful. Both of y'all will appreciate and understand why this happened. I mean, y'all know why it's happening. It's not a negative separation. It's just that, it's difficult, right? I mean, sometimes to be away from your loved ones, right? And sometimes it'll be like, what? I'm going to go for about a month. I'm going to have fun. I need some time away from you. In this case, I don't think it's that. You're genuinely going to miss each other. Then September, we have 14, which is honesty, and we have the Hermit, okay? And then we have the Leo card. Ooh, look at that, another fiery energy. So with the Hermit, okay, feeling out of breath also. What is going on here? I don't know whose energy I'm picking up. Well, the Hermit is a Virgo card, right? And it's talking about looking inward. It says, look inwards to find the way to wisdom, or, maybe you're asking somebody for help to find the way to wisdom and healing, and you're like struggling a little bit with it. Now, to be honest with you, yourself, I think you're going to come to the realization in September how much you truly depend upon and look forward to this other person in your life. There could be moments when we might have taken each other for granted, right? Because we are constantly around each other. We don't realize until, separation makes the heart grow fonder. That type of a situation. With the Leo card, it's saying, try to be strong, think with your head, not with your heart, etc., etc. But the Leo card is saying, have courage, have fortitude, hold your power, be strong, know very well that this is going to be fine. It's a temporary thing. So I feel like August and September almost have like a spillover of that energy of this temporary separation, you guys. But this reading, the way it's looking thus far, it's literally shouting relationship. I think this year ahead for you guys, Aries, it's going to be very, very impactful. I have a feeling this year for you guys is going to be like serious changes in your life. It may not come to be exactly by the end of 2022, your birthday time, but serious changes are plans for serious changes are being implemented and worked on now. Whatever plans you'll have, whatever you're trying to implement, whatever you're working on now for the future shall all come to fruition. So this is like a pretty intense time for you guys. Come on, camera, why are you doing that? All right, we have the Hermit again. Wow. All right, you guys, you're up. I'll show you the thing. The Hangman. All right, let me show you these cards. So for August, right, let me show you the cards because we kind of, right, that was for August, right? I'm not going to repeat what I said because you obviously could hear me. Right? Let's see. Do it two at a time. Okay? Oops. All right. And these were the two clarifiers. Okay? So with September, we had honesty, we had the Hermit, we have Leo. Okay? Okay, so we have the Hermit again, which popped up in September. Then we have the Hangman, and then we have the Five of Cups. So like I said, even before I put out these cards, I have a feeling that September is going to be a spillover of the energies from August. So definitely with the Hermit, you're still looking inwards, you're still searching inwards. There is a possibility that you may be reminiscing, you may be going back and saying, okay, fine. You know how when a certain individual is not in an right in our phase per se, and they say distance makes the heart grow fonder. By default, sometimes we tend to analyze a whole relationship, and it doesn't come from a place of doubt. It's more because you miss that person, and then you begin to think about things like, oh, I wish he was here, or I wish she was here, we could have done this, or we could have done that, and then you begin to kind of analyze everything. What would she have done? What would he have done? That sort of a thing. So I feel that the Hermit card popping up here again is saying, are you still searching, or are you just trying to kind of figure out how in God's world did I end up with this individual, but in a nice way. I mean, not like, oh my God, I can't believe I ended up with this individual. It's almost like coming from a place of love. So and then we have the Hangman. Now, of course, with the Hangman, right, it's all about a period of rest and being in limbo and seeing things from a different perspective. But here in September, I feel you are being forced to see things from a different perspective, and you are not too happy about it because you got the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is having a little bit of grief and feeling sadness, feeling abandoned, feeling unloved. It's like, poor little me, I don't know what to do, or it's like, oh gosh, like, feeling a little abandoned, feeling a little bit of sadness, and do you really love me, or that sort of a thing. It's it's such a little such a emotional relationship focused, and it's pretty intense actually, the emotions. So let's get some clarifiers for that. It's interesting. And Aries, y'all are not ones to be overly emotional, and not overly, not even like, y'all can keep your emotions under check pretty well actually. So it's going to be a little. We have the Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. No? Why? Is that all you... Really? Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Because the clarifiers, it says you got the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Look at the Six of Pentacles. It's bringing you all this money. Okay? The Six of Pentacles is saying giving and receiving and help and generosity. But in this case, I feel like whatever it is that this individual, this significant other has gone for in terms of this temporary separation, it is to bring forth some financial stability, gain, increase, adding value to your financial situation and your fiscal security. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is beautiful. Again, lot of earth energy. So Knight of Pentacles is about having being a reliable person, having patience and hard work, and also having that reliability, knowing that you are reliable, knowing and resting assured that the other individual or your significant is also a reliable individual, and knowing that you have to have patience so that they can complete whatever it is they're set to do and come back and not be stressed out. And in turn, when they see you stressing out or hearing you say stressed out, they'll also get stressed out. So don't do that to yourselves. Okay. And August, September, October, we have letting go. Look at that, beautiful. And then we have 5, the Pope or the Hierophant. Okay. This is a Taurus energy. It's saying mercy, compassion, needing for approval, conformity, mind, body, and spirit. And then we have Jupiter. Ooh, is that something or what? So we have letting go. Okay, it's for me. I mean, the way I'm looking at things, it seems to be October is all about letting go of your inhibitions, because you do have some inhibitions. You are definitely a little bit more close-minded as far as certain things are concerned, and you struggle with it sometimes because you may feel that your significant other doesn't necessarily understand that, but oh, believe me, he or she definitely does. But I feel like sometimes Aries, you kind of get stuck in your mind, like you end up being like that. So, and then you're like, I don't necessarily have to look at things in a different way. And some Aries are of the mindset of saying, I don't give a flip, whatever, I don't care. But that doesn't necessarily always come from the spot of really, I genuinely don't care, like what you think. But mostly it comes from a place of insecurity, where you're trying to hide your insecurities by saying, I don't care, whatever. Because you're afraid to state your mind or state your thoughts or state your emotions for fear of being judged. And then we have what was I going to say? The Hierophant, which is a Taurus energy. So this card is saying, have some compassion on yourself. Yeah, you may need approval, you may have to kind of conform to certain expectations, conform to some norms, and things like that. And you may fight it, but then you don't have a choice really. You just have to do it. Okay, suck it up, buttercup type of thing. And then you have Jupiter, which comes in, and Jupiter comes in, and Jupiter goes, hey, you know what? Go big or go home. This is your opportunity. So even if you have to let go of your intentions, not intentions, let go of your inhibitions, it's like let it go big time. Like seriously, let it go big time. So we have 14 plus 9, that is 23, 28, 28 is 10. So for September, you have 10. 10 is like a completion. It's like almost an ending of a certain emotional or ending of burdens. And 10s are all about endings. They're either going to be ending and setting down burdens, ending of a negativity emotionally, and there'll also be 10 Pentacles, which is all about, having everything, okay, to sustain a future that you dream and hope for. So in September, we have 20, 25 plus 25, 35, 43. 4 plus 3 is 7. So for September, 7, I think for y'all is a little bit of commitments, choices, working on things, trying to clean up the act here to get to the next level. It's like, okay, I've come this far, now what do I do? Where do I go from here? So it's almost like you're in a situation right now where you are going to be looking at things purely from the perspective of, okay, now what happens? Now what? Now where do I go? How do I move from here? So that would be your overall energy for October. See, 8 of Wands. I'm telling you, cards, they tell a story, and it really all just ties up as I speak. So look at this. We have 8 of Wands, right? Eight of Wands is about taking speedy action, quick changes, news arrives, being prepared, like quick, right? And then you have Eight of Coins. Eight of Coins is mastering your craft, enjoying your employment, really enjoying it, right? And then you have the Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness. And then you have somebody coming in with some really fast information coming in quick. This information that's coming in, it's going to drastically change your lifestyle. It is going to drastically change your lifestyle. Remember, I said I feel the theme for you guys for this year is whatever it is that you're working on, your intentions, your plans, your dreams, your hopes, your whatever, you're working on for the future, whatever you're planning on implementing or whatever you're already implementing, it's going to really come to fruition, and it's going to behoove you and benefit you in every aspect. It is going to be the quintessential 10 of Pentacles for you guys. So I feel like this information that they're going to get in October is definitely going to say, it's almost going to be like, okay, now I feel better, because okay, now it's like almost like confirmation. Okay, I hate when they fall on the ground because I feel my cards are, we got Eight of Cups. Okay, you got a lot of eights, y'all, because you got 3 eights already. Eight of Wands, Eight of Coins, and Eight of Cups. So with the Eight of Cups, you are definitely going to be moving on. For sure, you're going to be moving on. You may feel a little abandoned, but I think you should kind of check your emotions over there. Don't feel like that. Or somebody else may feel like you're abandoning them. But please know that it really isn't the case of abandonment. I feel like you're moving on to better, nicer. Yeah, because you got Page of Swords again. So definitely I'm not going to say a younger person is coming into your life, although that is a possibility. But you're going to have the youthfulness, the shot of younger energy, that sort of a thing. It's almost going to kind of revitalize you, even though you had 20, which is letting go of your inhibitions, etc., and your fears and worries. You are definitely going to feel rejuvenated and almost like you have been injected with the spirit of youth all over again, because whatever other news you're getting from that Knight of Swords guy, you're going to, like I said, it's almost affirmations, like, okay, fine, now I can. You are definitely going to get energized because of that. Then August, September, October, let's go to November. Come on, can I even pick up the cards today? They don't even want to come up. What is going on here? All right. So we have 31, which is will. Okay. We have 2. Okay. Which is the High Priestess. And then we have Neptune. Okay. Now we know that Neptune rules Pisces. And we know that Neptune is watery. We know that Neptune is all about illusions, confusion, and dreams. So for November, it's almost like saying that will, you have to have the will, you have to have the wherewithal, you have to have, how should I put it? You have to have the will and the wherewithal to trust your instincts and trust in your intuition and your dreams, because the High Priestess is ruled by the moon, okay? And the moon is mystical, its quietness is something remains hidden, and it's saying don't rush into things. And then you have Neptune, which is confusions, illusions, and dreams. So trust your instincts. When you're trying to do something and you're like not sure, go with your instincts and know for a fact, know that there will be something illusion. There will be some illusions, there will be confusion, there will be like, you may have very intense dreams, really intense dreams. And whatever it is that you're planning on doing for that month, for November, don't be hasty, okay? Do not be hasty. Because with the moon and having such intense energies with the High Priestess and having Neptune and that sort of a thing, control your, how Aries sometimes can get very stubborn and like just kind of say, I don't give a flip. I'm just going to go do it. I recommend you tone it down for November. Four of Swords, yep. Ace of Wands, yeah. The Moon card again, and they want me to take this. Okay, so all the eights have come out. So what I'm going to say is, be a little bit careful. Like, let's say if you get a, let's say for example, in a job scenario, let's say like you have been, your buttons have been pushed and your buttons have been pushed and you're like whatever, and you have been grinding your teeth and just keeping quiet and putting your nose to the ground, and you're just getting it done, and you're like towing the line and just trying to kind of, you know, hold it in. There is a possibility in November you may get so frustrated that you're going to say bye bye later, you have a good life, I'm out of here, throw everything and walk off. Don't do that, okay? Because you have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is saying then you will be in a situation where you are going to be like forced to take a rest. And what I mean by that is, if it is a job scenario where you like chuck the keys at the boss's table and say I'm out of here, they are probably going to put you out, in the sense like fire you on the spot. So don't be hasty. Now the Four of Swords could also mean that you are desperately needing some rest. That's a possibility, because you have a lot of intense energy over there. And guess what? The Moon popped up again. So you could be very seriously in need of some rest and respite, because you're like, ay, this is much. So there is a possibility that you're desperately wanting rest, and that wanting of rest could also be something that could trigger you and say, I've had it, and just throw the keys at the smallest little thing. You will lose it, you will go nuts and throw the keys and walk off. So don't do that. It's because of all this thing that's going on. You have Neptune, you have the Moon, you have these illusions, you have these confusions, dreams, and then you have the Venus card, the High Priestess card, again Moon. You know, so much of that watery energy, emotional roller coaster type of thing, mercurial. So just chill, take a deep breath, okay? And then you have the Eight of Swords, because you're also going to feel like you're tied down. You're feeling like you're being restricted. You're feeling like you're, why can't I get out of this? You know, you're going to have a little bit of frustration. But this feeling tied down is yourself, because it's like you can get out of these binds, but you are kind of, what are they saying? Like, okay, your hands are tied, right? So if you go this way, your hands will come out, right? But you're trying to do this. You know what I mean? You're trying to undo the knot by trying to pull the wrong string. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. And then you're kind of making it even worse for yourself. So relax and chill. Think clearly, which is difficult for you, granted. In November, you're going to have a little bit of a situation in terms of you won't be able to think clearly, but you have to have the willpower and cut through that, because overall energy itself was the willpower. So you have to rely on your willpower to kind of just toe the line and chill and go with the flow, okay? And then you have the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful. Okay, the Ace of Wands is new project, inspirations, the urge to create something new, because if you do toe the line, if you just chill and ride the wave, you're like going to have an awesome opportunity come in, okay? So 31 plus 2 is 33, 33, 43, 53, 54, that's 9. So with the 9, you're almost at the finish line, right? So the 9s are like, you had 7s, which is like, I'm here now, what do I do? And then you went to 8s. It's all about refining, fine-tuning, and kind of working on a little bit longer, you know, hammering on your work and trying to kind of improve. And then you have the 9, you're almost at the end. So you're almost at the finish line. So just chill, calm. I know it's easier to say, but anyhow, then let's move on to December. December, we have sadness, then we have judgment, okay, and then we have Capricorn. These are a little bit heavy, these cards. So with the judgment card, I feel like, of course, it's a Plutonian energy, right? And we know Pluto is all about regeneration, death, and this, that, and the other. And then we have the Capricorn card. Capricorn card is also like it's Saturnian, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's Earth. It's got a little bit of that endings and finishings, restrictions, coming to an end, that type of a thing. So I'm sorry to say, but December seems like a month where there is going to be a little bit of a loss for you. And what I mean by that is, don't be surprised if a senior member in the family or somebody like that does pass. And guys, don't come at me, don't hate me. I always will say what I see, and I don't filter it. I've said this time and time and again. It is not my business, it is not my job to filter and edit and only say all nice flowery things and oh la di da and leave the rest. If I do that, then I'm doing y'all a disservice, and I would not be honest to myself. And I can't do that. That's not my style. So what I see, I will tell. December could be a month where you might have a senior member of the family or such pass. And I'm going to say that it is going to be most likely a male member of the family. Okay, so where are we at? 7, 27, 37, 10, which is a completion. So yes, I will stand by that. There is a possibility that somebody's time in the physical world is going to be coming to an end. I'm sorry to be a bearer of news that is so, I won't say bad news, because in all honesty, sometimes, we've all heard of it or experienced it. Some of us might have experienced it, where somebody's been bedridden forever and a day, and it's like, hospice care, and they're just hanging on, and, everybody, they won't say it, but they'll be thinking, maybe it's better that they leave, that sort of a thing. I can tell you a personal experience I had myself, and I'm going into something very, very personal, which I don't normally do. My mom, she was diagnosed as having 4th stage lung cancer on October 4th. And November 8th of that same year, 2018, she passed. She was a non-smoker. She was a vegetarian. She never drank alcohol, never touched alcohol. She would walk everywhere. I mean, she always said, I don't need to go to the gym, I don't need to do yoga, I don't need to swim, I just walk. And she was like that. She'd walk. And if we had any plans of, Mom, let's go to the grocery store, let's go here, or let's go there, she'll be, okay, let's go. And she'll be out with the walking shoes on, and I'm like, where are you going? Let's go by car. She goes, no, it's not that far, we can walk. And I said, Mom, but we'll be coming back with all those heavy bags. And she'll be like, don't worry, I'll carry it, come on, let's go. She was like that. So she loved walking, and she had to do her 3-mile walk in the morning, and she had to do her 3-mile walk in the evening around the lake, and that sort of a thing. And she wasn't into eating junk food and sodas and that sort of stuff at all. So nobody knows like how she ended up with lung cancer. She was diagnosed, and they said 4th stage. She had no symptoms, okay, at least none that she told us about. The only thing she struggled with is raising her arm, and we went and got her checked up a few months before that, and we were given to understand that it was a rotator cuff kind of a situation. I got this surgical spots here because of rotator cuff surgery, and the orthopedic doctor said, it's a simple procedure. It's a orthoscope, endoscope, whatever the word is. I don't know, you guys. And they put 3 points over there and they get it done. And I said, Mom, I got it done. Like literally within 15 minutes, they wake you up there and they kick you out of the surgical center, and they say, go home, you're fine. Your arm will be in a sling and you'll be fine. She refused to do that because she said she was afraid that if they put her under, she is not going to wake up. So she refused. She just refused to have the surgery. And then the orthopedic surgeon said, look, we can't force them, because if they have that kind of a fear and anxiety and stress, something could go wrong, and then it'll be a horrible situation. So it's okay. So we were doing physiotherapy and all that stuff. It was helping her. That was the only so-called symptom. Other than that, we had nothing. And she would get her annual checkups and all that stuff. Anyhow, long story short. So the last week of her life, she insisted that she wanted to go home. She refused to stay in the hospital. She was like, I want to go home, I want to sleep on my bed, and I'm going to die on my bed. I am not going to be here. And she would be like so insistent and so like literally harassing me. She's okay, let's go. Yeah, ma, hold on. We told the doctors they have to follow the procedure. What is wrong with these people? Why do they need so long to give us a checkout or whatever, discharge slip? I know it doesn't take that long to get a discharge slip take organized. Y'all are just messing with me. You don't want to take, she would, and I'm an only child. So she would be like, maybe you don't want me to go home with you, maybe you don't want me to sleep in my bed and die in my bed. She was talking like that, and I was like, oh my goodness, whatever. So we took her home, right? The last 24 hours, we kind of knew that, I was with her like 24 hours around the clock. I also had a nurse at home who was helping me. We kind of knew that she was not going to be around for long, but she had a lot of pain, even though they gave her whatever, the usual painkillers or whatever they do. And I remember talking to my boyfriend, and I said, I can't bear to see her like this. And he told me, he said, have a conversation with her and tell her that, it's okay if you want to leave, mom, And I was like, what are you talking about? And he says, just talk to her. Maybe she's just waiting to hear that y'all are going to be okay when she's gone, and that's all she needs to hear. And I was like, okay. So I did have a conversation with her. Until that day, the day before she died, when we had this conversation with her, she could remember everything. When my boys came to visit, like, I'll be like, look, your granddaughter hasn't come yet. Like, what is wrong with her? And she looked at me and she said, are you trying to kid around? I don't have a granddaughter. I have 2 grandsons. So we were testing her to see her cognizance type of a thing, although she was in and out. But when she was present, she was completely present. It is so weird. I can't even explain it. So I did have this conversation. I said, Mom, if there's somewhere you need to go, somewhere you need to be, it's okay, you can go. And of course, it was very difficult for me to have that conversation. And then I stepped out, and my dad passed in 2014. So I was sitting on the couch and I was having a conversation with my dad, and I said, I can't bear to see her like struggle like this. I said, Dad, why don't you come and take her? Like, why don't you come and take her? Why should she suffer? She's such an awesome person, helped so many people. So many people, I can't even tell. I mean, she was something else, man. The lady, I'm so blessed to have had her as my mom. And sure enough, y'all, sure enough, that Friday at 12:54, she passed. And I was holding her hand as she took her last breath. I was sitting right there and holding her hand. And so the premise of saying this story or sharing this information with you is, it is very difficult for some people to understand that it may be in the best interest of the person who is ill to actually go, because then they stop suffering. You're not thinking like, don't think that you're being selfish when you think like that. You're not. Because you understand the pain, and why should they suffer, right? They shouldn't. So I know of cases, this was my personal case, right? My personal self, it happened to me. I know of quite a few people who have had you could call it coincidence. Sure, you could call it coincidence, right? But I believe that they really understand and they really do hear us when you have conversations like that. I can't explain. It's not just the audio thing. It's almost like on a completely different level that you are also subconsciously also having, transmitting those messages to them and saying, it's okay, mom or dad, for you to go. If you need to go, you need to go. We love you. So, that sort of stuff. So, Aries, I apologize for going into this a little bit of a off-track thing and sharing my story, but I truly feel that there is a possibility a senior member in the family would be passing. So just know that it is for their best, okay, and it is for everybody's. Yeah, and if you feel like, or what would people think about me if I say that, don't worry about it, right? People, outsiders, what do they know what you're going through or what the person is going through, right? So it's okay to have the conversation with yourself and with them, and to accept that yes, their time on the physical world is coming to an end, and they've had a good inning, so thank you. So that was a long spiel, y'all. we'll be here all day, but I just had to share that. Hopefully, hopefully y'all are not offended by me sharing my own personal story, an experience. I shouldn't say story, it was my personal experience, and hopefully it helps somebody, you know. Okay, we have the Chariot, yes, movement, moving forward. We have Five of Swords, and then we have the Magician. I'm going to pull one more card. Yes, the Tower, yes. It's not a bad thing at all. So we have the Chariot. Okay, now as we all know, right, the Chariot card is a Cancer card, and again it's the Moon. It's trying to maintain focus, trying to maintain a balance, trying to maintain the distribution of weight equally, and it's also paying attention to details. It's wait, oh thank God, for a second I thought I was losing power on my computer. So it's also talking about having that balanced approach to things and having the courage and knowing that yes, with the Chariot there is still that Moon element over there where something is hidden. There is a little bit of darkness over there, but then whatever that is that you're trying to maintain focus on, it could get a little blurry, but that's okay, because the next step is it's going to become illuminated, and then everything falls back into balance. With the Chariot, it also means moving, right? It's could be literally automotive, your car, your truck, your bike, your whatever. So pay attention to that. And then we have the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, there is a little bit of a yes, in the traditional tarot it's abusiveness, it's a little bit of bullying, it's a little bit of harassment and stuff, but I feel like there's almost like that push and pull of, you know, yes I want to let go, no I don't want to let go. Maybe you're having an argument with somebody else in the family where they're saying like it's not time to let go, and you're like yes it is, and that there is a possibility that's happening. There is a possibility that it may be somebody's on life support and it's a hard decision to make, that somebody is like saying no, we will not take so and so off life support, or maybe somebody else is saying yes we should. So there is a possibility that that could be happening. Then we have the Magician, right? The Magician is a very deeply masculine, powerful energy. This person has the ability to summon new ideas, to create new things, to give power to new ideas and thoughts and projects. And then you have the Tower card, okay? So I would say, as far as this Magician is concerned, it could be you, it could be somebody else. They do have the power, they do have the control, they do have the upper hand. It could be you yourself to either create magic or to take the necessary steps to bring down the tower, because this tower has to come down. It has already been predetermined that this tower is going to come down, simply because the foundation cannot withstand the weight of it. The foundation itself is kind of falling apart. So whatever has been built on top of that will crumble down. There is a possibility there could be some sibling rivalry. There could be some arguments between brothers and sisters or family members regarding this demise of this individual. There could be that. There could be a disintegration of family ties over there between siblings or the rest of the family members. But just know that that is going to be temporary, okay? I'm going to pull a card for that. You have the King of Cups. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say it's a Pisces, you guys. I'm going to say it's a Pisces. So whoever the senior member is who's going to come to pass, it's a Pisces. Is a Pisces. And then you have the King of Pentacles. There is going to be quite, oh look, well, it could be a Pisces, it could be a Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Pisces or Taurus. I don't see so much Capricorn, but okay, so it could be that. So and this individual who is come to pass, will come to pass, is going to have a little bit of money left for, or a legacy left for the family. So there's not going to be any fighting regarding that. He would have left some assets behind. There's no fighting about that. Okay, but it's almost like something is tied up temporarily. Some of that is tied up temporarily. Oh my God, you got the Chariot again. Yes, because the Chariot is Cancer and it's a moon card. So something regarding the legacy is tied up temporarily, and it's asking for balance and cooperation from the rest of the family to wait, to have balance among themselves so that they can resolve it. And then you have the Nine of Cups. Wishes coming true, material abundance, and good health. So there is going to be a little bit of something being stuck, something being hidden still, but if you all work together and resolve it, whatever legacy is left behind is going to help everybody in the family. Okay, so that is August, September, October, November, December. Now let's go to January of 2022. January of 2022, we have choice, correct? What number did we have here? Did I even say about the numbers? 25, 45, 55, 10. Yes, I did. So we have 8. We have choice, which is 8. Then we have 13, right? And then we have Virgo. Give me 1 second, because 13 in this card, yeah, see, I knew 13 is death. Because that's in French. Oh my God, excuse me, guy. So we have 8, which is a choice. Then you have death. Then you have Virgo. So now with Virgo, it's an earth energy, right? And Virgo is very anal. Virgo is very particular. Virgos are like obsessed with having everything just so, and attention to detail and that sort of a thing. Now we have 8 and 13 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 11 plus 6 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. So again, 8 is almost like an infinite circle. It's like, I think I have it somewhere here. When I want it, I won't find it. You know what I mean, right, you guys? It's a sign of infinity, right? The yin and yang, the perfect infinity type of thing. So what this is saying is, yes, you have a choice. You have a choice of either, letting this whole thing, this whole whatever situation is, just die down and just die, and your relationships just go to pot. Or you can say, no, I'm going to reground myself, and I'm going to pay attention to the minutiae, the details, and work through this and get to a resolution. And it's going to be a little difficult for you in January, because I see that you almost feel like you're physically getting tired. But choice is a big player over here. So let's see what that's all about. 7 of Wands, okay. 3 of Coins. And the Lover's card. So we have 7 of Wands, right? So it's protecting yourself against competition. It's self-protection, right? Self-defense, that sort of a thing. And you have 3 of Coins. Teamwork, collaboration, skill, quality craftsmanship, that sort of stuff. It's collaboration, people helping you, people around you. And then you have 4, the Lover's card. 6, the Lover's card. It's a Gemini card. Is love, friendship, partnership, duality, divine and earthly love. So like I said, you do have a choice in January. Either you can let all that stuff die, be it your relationship, or be it your relationship with your loved one, your significant other, or be it with your relationship with your family members. You have a choice. You can either say to heck with it all and walk away from it and just be done with it, or you can say, you know what, I'm going to collaborate. I'm going to do this 3 of Coins thing. I'm going to collaborate. I'm going to be part of the team. I'm going to be a team member. I'm going to add my 2 bits to it and help the team, and we're going to resolve this. So January is going to be, you have choices. Do you want to walk away, or do you want to stay and help and resolve? Queen of Cups. Ooh, it's going to be emotional. King of Wands. Five of Swords. So you guys, King of Wands could be another fire sign. Wands is a fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And then you have the Queen of Cups. In this case, I definitely feel it is a Scorpio, and it is a female, an older female. That's the energy I'm getting. You do have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is, again, a little bit of, violence and abuse and exchange of words and warring with people. And then you have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is somebody who's going to step in. He's strategic in his thinking. He's very smart. He's saying enough with the BS and let's figure this out. You do have the King of Wands, and you do have the King of Swords, and you have the Queen of Cups. So this is going to be an intense struggle between your emotions, and also a struggle between you just wanting to go ahead and do something. Choices, choices, choices. We ended up with choices, didn't we? Right? We had choices right off the bat. So this month you definitely have choices. Either you can be strategic in your thinking and your thought process and deal with it and figure it out and resolve it, be a team player and resolve it, or you can be that fiery King of Wands energy and say, to heck with it all, I'm out of here, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do regardless of what you people think. But keep in mind, there's a Queen of Cups, there is an older female. I most certainly feel it's a Scorpio who is going to be in the midst of this. So consider her feelings and her how all this will affect her. Okay, I feel it's almost like a mother because it's a senior member of the family. That's what I feel. I think it's a spillover of your energy from December. So January, February. Let's go to February. February, we have acceptance. We have the Justice, right? And then we have Aries. Now, in the traditional tarot, 8 is the Strength card. But in this tarot, it's Justice. So 1 is accepting. Justice is Libra, decision. So accepting decisions. And then you have Aries. You show up right here. It's like accepting decisions, accepting yourself, understanding and accepting your capabilities and your limitations. Okay? So here 1, 1, that's 2, and 8, 10. So when you do 10 this ways, this could be 1 again. So here I want to say it's a completion of a particular cycle and beginning of a new cycle. So you have all that rolled in here. So it's going to be a pretty cool month for you guys, February. You know for a fact something has ended, you're okay with it, and something new. Justice again. Libra, look at that, you guys. 4 of Wands, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, you guys. Unbelievable. Let's, they want me to go one more. Okay. Oh my goodness. What did I say? 10. In this case, the energy, yes, 10 is completions. But in this case, the energy that they're giving me is it's completion and beginning, which is 1. Okay? So we have accept, okay, justice, accept decisions, accept yourself, accept and understand and accept, understand, acknowledge and accept your own limitations and also decisions, right? And your own capabilities. Because what you have is justice again, which is decisions. Could be a court decision, but I think it is just decisions per se. Okay, could be a legal angle to it, but it's okay. It's still going to work out just fine. You have 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands, oh my goodness, what is 4 of Wands? Homecoming, celebrations, family, friends, reunions, lovey-dovey. It could be marriage for some of y'all. It's a co-joining of souls. It's coming together of, a yin and yang. It could be a wedding. Oh my goodness. And then you have the high priestess, which is ruled by the moon, mystical quietness. Something remains hidden, and the high priestess here in this case, usually with the high priestess we say don't rush into things because something is going to be hidden or something is hidden. I feel this individual who you're going to be tying the knot with, or maybe having a affirmation of your relationship, or almost like a recommitting to each other, this person, you look at this person as a high priestess, like she is like somebody, or he. I mean, if you're a she watching this, then this is a he, or could be another she, same sex or opposite sex, doesn't matter. This individual is somebody. I mean, somebody to behold. This person has power. Like, it's like power. Okay? When people see that individual, they may not necessarily come right out and say it or acknowledge it, but you sense that there is something different about this person. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Wishes coming true. Material abundance, good health. You're almost there, baby. You're almost there. All right? And then you have the Two of Cups. Romantic love, partnerships, proposals, marriage. I think February is going to be a pretty big month for you guys for weddings, tying knots, partnerships, be it love or business, but I feel it's more romantic relationship. March, we have 18, integrity. We have 17, the stars. Oh my goodness. And then we have water, 24. So let's see, we have 18, 28, 35, 45, 55, 59, 9 plus 5 is 14, 4 plus 1 is 5. Here we go again. Okay, so with integrity, and then you have the star card. Now the star card is again Aquarius, right? And Aquarius is hope and inspiration, and having help from unexpected sources, and finding inspiration in unexpected ways and areas. And spotlight is on you, shine bright like a star and that sort of thing. And also balance, having some kind of a balance, all right? And then you have the water element, which is 24/6. And the water element is talking again about emotions. It's like, it's calling on you to maintain your integrity, to have integrity in how you express your emotions and how you deal with relationships, okay, and how you inspire hope, and how you give support to others if others are counting on you, and how you will be inspired by others instilling hope in you and supporting you. So it's all about having that integrity in your spirit, in your way of life, just being a very ethical person, having that integrity, unquestionable integrity. Not that you don't, but it's almost like reaffirming that. It's almost like you yourself have come to a realization that now, since I've got all this taken care of, I got this love of my life, whatever it's, I almost feel whole. Like, how does that make sense as far as integrity is concerned? It's like, if you did not have the integrity that you do, how would you have walked through these past 8 months to get here? You would have fallen by the wayside, okay? So you did have integrity, you have ethics, you have principles, you stuck to what you know instinctively is right. Even though you didn't want to, you fought against your instincts to say whatever and say, okay, I'm still, remember this month, it was like you have big choices over here. In January, you either had the choice to say screw it all and walk away, pardon my language, or to stay and be a team player and participate and contribute and resolve everything. So that takes a lot of integrity, right? It's easy to just drop the ball and say, okay, I'm out of here, as opposed to staying and fighting the battle knowing it could be a little difficult, right? So we have Two of Wands. Two of Wands is beautiful. You have waiting for results, making choice, and then you have Nine of Wands. I'm fine with that. It's keeping and maintaining boundaries, it's being persistent, and you have the Empress show up, and then you have the Page of Swords. The Empress, y'all, is ruled by Venus, luxury, of course, abundance, pregnancy, yada yada. But I feel definitely that because of your integrity, you have maintained your integrity, you have been above, like, unquestionable, right? like been totally transparent and clear and worked with ethics and principles, that you are finally coming to a point. The universe has said, yes, you have earned it, this is yours, rightfully yours. And then you have the Two of Wands, where you are waiting for the results of all this hard work, okay? And you definitely can make a choice. You have a choice, and it's waiting for you, and whatever you choose, it's going to be beneficial for you, and you are definitely going to be relocating. Definitely. And the Nine of Wands, what did I say? The Nine of Wands is all about keeping and maintaining boundaries and persistence. Now, how do you maintain boundaries? You maintain boundaries even as far as your principles and ethics are concerned. You maintain that level of ethos, right? That's what I call boundaries. And being persistent and being focused on whatever you do, right? Make sure that you follow through A to Z, right? And then the Empress, I did tell you as far as the Empress is concerned, right? Luxury, you will have that abundance and you will have that luxury that you need for the next stage or phase in your life. And you have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is saying, yeah, there's going to be some gossip, prying eyes, and there are people going to be, jabber jabber. But I'm telling you, that's coming out of a place of curiosity and jealousy, because you're like, how the heck did he swing all this? So there will be some of that. Be prepared. Page of Cups. Yeah. And then you're going to have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands did turn upside down, or rather did come up reversed. So the Page of Cups is saying there is going to be, now with this Page of Swords and Page of Cups, there are going to be some people, younger people, I would say the younger, doesn't necessarily mean age. It could be immature individuals who are gossiping and who are kind of, trying to rustle up something, but spread some rumor, spread some talk. And then the Queen of Wands, when the Queen of Wands is again a fiery energy, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and she comes in reverse. She's like, excuse you. She's very feisty, right? She's like action, right? Queen of Wands is all about having that confidence and self-assuredness, but here she's in the reverse, so it may kind of dent your confidence a little bit, shake you up a little bit. I say don't listen to the gossip. Just, they're saying they're doing that out of jealousy. You have Eight of Pentacles. Just continue to work, man. Just focus on what your agenda is, focus on your plan, and just keep chipping away, because you're going to be fine. Because you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, it's power, it's movement, it's fortune. There is something that is going to be awesome. It's going to be revealed to you, and it's the cyclical nature of progression in life. For you, it is progression. This is like moving forward, not backward. So rest assured, this is going to be awesome for y'all. I hope you all enjoyed it, my beautiful Aries. I do have to say thank you for letting me share my little experience. I shouldn't use the word story. It isn't a story. It is my personal experience. I think that's the more appropriate word to use. I just felt that it would help you and understand, and I hope you all are not offended by that. And the intention of sharing that was, just in the hopes that it might help somebody somewhere. So please take it in the spirit that it was meant. I do love every one of y'all, and I'm sorry I didn't do it in March, April for you guys. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was not meant to be, right? So here we go. This is your reading, year ahead reading for August 2021 all the way until March 2022. Now there's a whole bunch of other stuff I could have gotten into, like some of the other readings. I pulled charms, I rolled the dice and done all that, but there was no need. I wasn't being pushed to do all of that. So please know that sometimes people, they'll say, oh, but for that sun sign you did that, but for this sun sign you didn't do that. It's not because I pick and choose. There's no partiality there. Like all sun signs are the same. My energies will tell me what route to take, and if they say this is it, then this is it. So I don't question that. So I hope you understand and appreciate that, because this was a pretty intense reading, and I think I said it in some reading, monthly reading. I said that it's going to be a fantastic year for y'all. It's going to be intense. So here we go, okay? Much love to you guys. Take care. Bye.